Hello, I'm Amy Miskimmin Logan. I'm the Participation Development Worker for Our Hearing's Our Voice, or OHOV or OHOV for short. Our Hearing's Our Voice is an independent board of children and young people who have lived experience of children's hearings. They work closely with policymakers, stakeholders and partners to try and improve things for children who are still going through hearings today. I'm joined by Ciara, our longest standing member of Our Hearing's Our Voice, who's been with the project right from the very beginning. I'm also joined by Ash, who only came to Our Hearing's Our Voice last year. Ciara and Ash would like to talk to you about some of the things they enjoy most about being part of Our Hearing's Our Voice. The things they've learned, the skills they've developed, the fun they've had and the friends they've met along the way. I'll let Ciara and Ash introduce themselves. Over to you, Ciara.
Hi, I'm Ciara and I joined in 2015, so that's 9 years at the point of the podcast, and I've been involved ever since, and I've loved every single minute of it though, so no complaints.
Hi, I'm Ash. I'm one of the newest board members of OHOV and I joined in the summer of 2023 and I absolutely love it.
So OHOV's focus is to help create shared understanding and positive change through lived experiences of young people, and that's something that I feel is really protected and really valued within OHOV, and it's always been a focus for me and such an inspiration when it comes to hearing other young people speak in theirs. OHOV often does this in a way that it feels like you're not being directly asked or expected to share your experiences, but there's always a chance to safely do so and receive support on the more tricky topics and just have a total understanding of other young people know what you've been through.
Ciara, would you mind telling us a bit about how Our Hearing's Our Voice came about?
So, because I've been with OHOV for so long, I was involved in the engagement jam. And I remember the engagement jam being very much, how good would this be? And with a really big, healthy bit of apprehension on how would this work. People weren't sure that this would really kick off, yet here we are. And I'm so honoured to be able to have seen that transformation since the start and build bonds with not only with OHOV as a whole, but with other organisations as we begin to work together, but most importantly, with other young people like Ash.
As the longest standing board member, what do you feel you have learned?
Well, I feel like I started OHOV as a young woman that was scared of my own shadow. I was very much a people pleaser. I didn't want to say anything that adults maybe didn't want to hear, and I was very good at just being like, yes, everything's nice, everything's good. But as I've grown with OHOV, I've really been able to develop that voice, develop my perception of rights and what should be expected in the hearing system, but also be able to help other young people in honing that for themselves. So a lot of it is just learning not only to support myself in that little 12-year-old me, but all the future board members that come with it. I feel like I have a bit of a duty to help them move on.
What's been your favourite project you've worked on?
Well, out of the very, very many, I think the zine was a big hit. I really, really enjoyed that one, and I think that was really such a kickstart for OHOV. You know, everyone goes back to the zine, and I loved the zine, but I think our most recent one, our animation for Articulate, has been like my pride and joy. I feel like it was a project where, as many times before, we've been really listened to, but you can so tell within the animation that it is young person made. It's our own thoughts, our own experiences as a group all put into one. I think we were like really supported to do so, and it was a great insight into how things are made. We had some young people that really wanted to go into kind of see what voice acting would be like. We were supported to do that in a nice professional atmosphere. So it was always a laugh as well. It's always a laugh with OHOV and just a whole lot of fun. So what was your favourite project, Ash?
I think my favourite project was also the animation, because I just feel like you can, like you said, you can tell that we're all really involved in it, and it all, like, it's all the words and kind of we said in like the like meetings we'd had about it, like you can really tell that it came from like us young people, and I think it's great to like see something so big as like an animation come together and just like thrive off of it.
Yeah, and I think we both loved the blobs, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. How has it felt for you being one of our newest board members?
I think for me, joining OHOV has like kind of made me a better person. Like it's made me embrace who I am, and like it's really shaped me as a person. Like when I first joined OHOV, I was like really shy and really quiet, and now I can kind of be myself around people and really like join in with things without kind of shying away from everyone, and I think that's been great for me.
Are there any skills that you think you've grown and honed since joining? So not just new skills, but skills you had before?
I think for me, my art has been embraced so much with OHOV. I've really developed in my art skills, and for me that's like the best thing, because like I love art so much, so having it embraced in a group and having it used in different projects just makes me really happy. And another skill that I've also developed and newly learned is my ability to speak in public, and it's improved a lot from doing different projects and speaking to different people. So Ciara, what has been your favourite activity with OHOV?
I think possibly there's been so many. So, for context, often after board meetings, after the really, really amazing like hard work that we've done, we're often, we're earned with a really cool activity as team bonding, and we just get to share that time with each other. It's very much a friendship outside of OHOB. We're not just getting down to work. We go and we have a laugh. And I think one that really stands out to me was mini golfing, which was obviously your first board meeting. So definitely left a mark there. And we done that with other professionals, so it wasn't just us as the young people, and it was a chance to kind of see other individuals outside their job as well. We're not just sitting there and we're talking about business. We're getting to see them have a crack at mini golf and maybe not do so well. And we got the highest scores, as I remember, and your hole-in-one was fab. Another activity I've got to say kind of tied it was our residential in Pitlochry, where the group split in two to match our interests. So one group went whitewater rafting, so very outdoorsy, taking in the really like natural scape that Pitlochry had, very fast paced, and I think Gordon was probably dunked a few many times. But our group actually went to the pottery painting, and I think that was just such a good kind of dynamic to show that we really support everyone else's interest and we always make it work for everyone. You're not going to get told, right, you're doing golfing, you're going to do something that you really enjoy. So what's been your favourite activity then? That's food included, because at Ho-Hov we always have a good munch, don't we?
Yeah. I have a few favourite activities, but I would say my favourite one had to be the pottery painting in Pitlochry, because it was just amazing and it was like a really like chill environment. So another activity that I really like is escape rooms, because after working really hard and meeting, you get to kind of just be yourself and have a laugh with everyone, and it's really fun. And there's a lot of frustration and people being like, oh, why can't you work this out? And it's just really good to kind of relax after a meeting but also still use your brain.
And I will add, we both got out in our group, we both escaped the escape room, and it was all happy and hugs afterwards, because it was a good time, good work done.
Pretty sure we won as well, which
we
makes
did
it better.
We won within time. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Ciara and Ash. It's been lovely to hear a bit about what you've enjoyed about being involved with Our Hearing's Our Voice and some of your favourite activities. I'd like to ask, what advice would you have to a new board member who is thinking of joining Our Hearing's Our Voice?
I think for me, a piece of advice I would give to someone is that no question is silly, and we'll always have a rough answer or idea to it. And don't worry too much about trying to fit in, because we're all a very mixed bunch.
I think to follow on from that, once again, is we're a group of experienced young people. You know, we understand how scary it is coming to a new group and talk about these things. But once again, there's no expectation. It's very at your own pace. And like Ash said, we're such a mixed bunch that you're guaranteed to find some really, really good friends. And even then, I think we just really support each other. What I'd say is, I think it is very scary to come into a well-established group like this, but you know, it's really what we need to drive the change that we need. We need new people with lived experience that are still going through the hearing system, and even if it is just you feel comfortable, you know, joining in conversations and just giving like a little sentence of, you know, what you think, we can do so much to give power to where it needs to go with that. So as someone that's been here for 9 years, I'd love to meet you. But thank you.
And thank you very much to Ciara and Ash for coming along today to talk to us a little bit about what they get out of being part of Our Hearing's Our Voice. If you would like to hear more, you can contact Gordon on gordon.main@scra.gov.uk. Thanks for listening.